And let's talk about analyzing situations. We're in a rush hour driving situation. You have to be able to read what traffic is doing. We have a lot of brake lights. They communicate to slow down. A lot of times young drivers say, well, they weren't paying attention. You need to be able to analyze situations to get the best possible safe outcome. What if a tire blows up? What if a car's tailgating then spins out and flips over in your lane? You want to learn to keep space in front of you. You can check your mirror all the time. You always stay, now we're on the curve. So I'm looking ahead 3, 4, 5 cars to analyze what do I need to do. Do I need to be on the throttle? Do I need to lift my foot? You always have to look. That truck keeps tapping brake lights. Are they tailgating? See that car to the left? Flat tire. You know, what if you have a flat tire, you have a blowout? And I'm analyzing the density and the volume of the traffic. These are things that you won't learn in driver's ed. These are things you're going to learn as you drive. Hey, if you don't know, I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. When you're done, and if this brings you value, subscribe to my channel. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, because I talk about driving situations and help you pass your road test and get you prepared to drive. So all 4 lanes are slowing down. You've got to lift your foot. It's not the answer to hit your brake, because if you hit your brake, you're going to get rear-ended. You need to drive with speed, space, and a smile. You've got to look left. You got to look right. You got to analyze situations all the time. So I'm lifting my foot. We're at about 40 miles an hour. The speed limit is 70. A lot of beginner drivers will say, how come we're not moving? Now we're on a slowdown. We're at a major interstate in the country. So you just have to take your time and pack patience. If you don't pack patience, you're going to end up rear-ending a car. You're going to end up cutting off a car. So I'm analyzing 5 to 10 cars ahead of me. We're slowing down to a crawl. It's really easy to lose focus momentarily. And you want to keep space in front of you in case this car breaks down. I can steer around. The car behind me is tailgating me, as you can see. And as you accelerate, you want to move forward gradually. If you hit that throttle too hard, you're just going to end up taking off. Now, that flashing top brake light is kind of distracting and annoying, because I believe people can order some type of device to make the brake light flash to bring attention and awareness to you braking. But at the same time, I think it becomes a distraction to you. You'll see people cut over, not use blinkers. I'm seeing smoke come from this gray vehicle, right? Analyzing the situation. What if that engine blows up and puts oil on the ground? You're screwed, right? So you always have to be aware. See, they're coming over to the middle lane. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And that wheelbarrow could roll out. Okay, so now I'm backing off just in case the motor blows. I don't want the wheelbarrow. So I'm slowly moving forward, and I want to get away from them as quick as possible, right? Now I'm moving forward, but if I hit the throttle too hard, I'm back on top of this vehicle, which I don't want to be. So I'm just kind of coasting. They're behind me. This big truck you can see, they're behind me, right? And then I'm gradually increasing. This is a gap. A gap is a space between vehicles, and you want to keep that as a safety cushion. I know it sounds funny, right? You want to keep it as a safety cushion. And if he or she in the truck did break down, they could get over to the left, but the preferable is to the right. So now we have a bigger gap. I can move forward. I can give the car more throttle, but I'm looking, checking traffic. I'm checking my mirrors. I see the semi truck. These give you information. I don't want to be by the semi truck. I don't want to be by this vehicle with the ladders. I have an open lane, so I'm picking up my speed. And you can drive in the left lane if all other lanes are full. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity. But normally, in like California, this would be an HOV lane where you would have more than one person in the car. It's just me going into the laboratory. And now I'm just moving forward, checking traffic. You can see the volume of traffic to the left, and it's incredible. But I'm scanning because cars can cut over instantly. A car can have a blowout. Anything can happen. I'm checking my mirrors. I'm looking around. These are the things you need to do to gather information and make a good decision. I think a lot of beginning drivers tend to just focus on the lane in front. And if you focus on that, you're going to miss all the other information. Looking in the mirror again, I'm checking mirrors, I'm looking around. you always see brake lights on, so I'm lifting my foot. It could be debris on the ground. You saw that burgundy Metro, I believe, that's cut in front. That gray car zigzagging in. So you want to stay at a constant speed. I'm right about 70 miles an hour. Now I see brake lights again. So that gives you information. You constantly have to read this driving environment to give you information, because if you fall asleep or you're daydreaming, you won't get the best perspective, and a crash or death there's another ladder, right? Don't be behind them, okay? There's the car in front off, that's the wolf pack ahead of us, right? A wolf pack is a group of cars, so either be ahead of the pack or behind the pack. Currently, I am behind the pack, and I'm safe. If I speed up and get up to this black Ford F-150, I'm going to be in a pack, which I don't want to do, right? Just in case someone has an accident, tire blows up, there's debris on the ground. And then when you make those good decisions, you're going to be safe and gain knowledge. See, this person in the vehicle's tailgating, so I'm doing my best to lift my foot. I'm at about 65, 68 miles an hour. I'm checking, I'm looking, we're on a curve now, so I'm going in real smooth. Why? Centrifugal force is pulling me out to the left. So you can see the vehicle going out to the left, so I'm lifting my foot. And watch this, these tunnels, this kind of affects your vision for a moment. And a lot of us grew up loving these tunnels, but as you drive, they kind of do affect your eyes, and the lights pop on. You can see all these cars just together. Avoid that, right? Because you want to be safe. And that truck behind me with the possible motor that can blow up, they're behind me too, so there's a little pressure. But I'm looking ahead, and these tapping of the brake lights, I don't have to do that because I'm not tailgating, I'm not in the pack, and I'm driving with speed, space, and a smile. The number one reason why people speed is because they're late. You're late to work, you're late to school, you're late to your college football game. So I'm maintaining good speed, keeping my gaps, keeping my space, looking, checking, always surveying what's going on. And I'm lifting my foot again because I do not want to be on top. And this curve is really kind of pulling me out to the right now. So I'm lifting my foot again, looking around 5-6 cars to analyze what's going on. You can see the car to my right. You can see the truck behind me. I'm lifting my foot again, not using the brake, but I'm keeping good space. I'm going to count my following distance: 1,001, 1,002, 1,000. I'm about 4 seconds away. And if you notice, I have more space than others. I'm still very careful and watching those brake lights. And I see people drinking coffee. I see people, looking at phones. And, I have a device here to hold the phone. Driving both hands on the wheel. So I'm just being aware and see those boards in that truck. Drywall. I don't want drywall in my windshield. There's a vehicle coming over. So the environment is constantly changing. And brake lights are popping on. It can be very overwhelming. And if you look at it, it's going to be overwhelming. So I have a mile so I'm keeping more space. And I want to get over in about a mile, but I'm looking at where's the room. Again, this black truck is tailgating. So I have a gap right now, but I'm going to wait. I'm looking, and you get a chance to see real decisions. So I still can't get over yet. So I'm looking. It is a little stressful, but you're going to get a chance to see how you make real decisions. There's a gap in front. I'm going to go ahead and get into the gap now. I checked my mirror and blind spot. I got over, right by that big truck. And here's another gap. I'm looking, I'm checking. I get over. That was pretty well executed, but it is really intense. And don't think it's not, because you got to be able to make decisions. You don't want to hit other people. You don't want to hit other cars, and you want to be safe. So now my blinker's on, and I got into my next road. So It is intense. It's fun. It's an adrenaline rush. You can see the car in my blind spot. You can see the car ahead of me. I'm checking mirrors. You got to look around all the time to keep space. Let me get over mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I got back over. And that's that warning sign. I see brake lights. I'm lifting off the gas. And you can see that car changing lanes. I'm lifting my foot. Heavy volumes of traffic. I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Look at all this traffic. This is rush hour. This is real. So I'm looking, praying that no one cuts in front of me. Speed limit is about 60. Dropping down really easy. Just taking my time. And you can hear everything. And then I'm gonna signal my intention. And then I'm lifting my foot. You can see my speed drop down right now. This is a cloverleaf. So centrifugal force will pull us out to the edge. You can see the warning sign. Squeezing my brakes real easy. And this particular guardrail has been broken like 10 times, right? You can see the skid marks. This is a cloverleaf. We have our Chevron alignment signs to the left to tell us this is a sharp curve to the right. Going down really easy, really slow, being patient. And this is a weave lane. There was a skunk there, if you can smell it. So this is a weave lane, so I really want to be careful. My left turn signal's on. I check, you can see the cars. Got over. I'm stable in this first lane. I'm gonna get over one more. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Then I'm done. I hope you learned something today, and this gives you insight into eye movement, speed control, defensive driving. If this brought you value, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and there'll be more content coming. I really appreciate you. Bye.